Hey, glad you can make it, because today we are playing more Minecraft while, he's going to build, I'm going to talk. Right, Barlock?
Yep.
Alright, so we are working on, you said this is the warehouse for the commerce building.
Correct.
Cool. It's the one we wouldn't tell you about last time. So we got the commerce building over here, and then this is the warehouse that holds all the supplies for doing the business with the commerce people. I noticed you added a little boat in front of the house over here too on the river.
Yeah, I was over there getting the water ready for the barge that we'll be doing later.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that guy has a dock. He's got waterfront property, but he doesn't have a sailboat, so I gave him one.
Very cool. I don't think that's normally how a boat wall works, but it's Minecraft and I'm taking advantage of it. Because you can open it and walk across the water into the boat. It's cute. I like it. He also did some landscaping recently. You can see got these nice spruce leaves showing up as what would you call that? Just bushes or
Yeah, I'm using it as hedges.
hedges? Cool. Couple of trees. He added some more like landscaping to some of the other buildings. So they're all starting to look really pretty outside. This whole place is just getting prettier and prettier. So I saw you watched the latest episode of Coop Life, which, if you guys are not watching, go watch it on my channel. What'd you think of the shell of the factory?
Not to be insulting, but it is a little plain. I would do something with the corners like I've done here, and then every so often mid-wall to break up the big flatness of it. But other than that, it looks great.
Yeah, that's why I call it a shell. All I did was make a big box that I'm putting some stuff in, and I'm still deciding on what I want to use to texture the outside. So yeah, because I knew it needed work, and I know it needs a whole lot of work. But the big part, what took me so long, and the reason why I just could not get to the detail yet is it took forever to make that concrete.
I bet. I've made some concrete for the village below, and it did take some time.
Yeah, it takes a while to make the concrete, and then I was doing a couple of other things, still learning a few of the mods. So while I was making concrete, I was watching videos on Immersive Engineering.
Okay. The only other thing I do is at least probably either 3 or 5 down from the building into the mountain. I put something that looks a little more substantial than dirt.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing that too. I also don't like my stairs up there. I just put those so I could actually get up there. I wanted to use the old open block elevators. There's a mod that recreates those without having to have the entire open blocks mod installed. And I thought that was in the pack, but it wasn't. I get my packs confused, so I was planning on using an elevator system like that for getting between floors instead of the steps that I have. But now I got to figure something else out.
There's no elevator at all in that pack?
Not that I could find.
Could you use the Botania thing that makes you float up when you stand above it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could probably do something like that, where it's like a... No, that's Thaumcraft, the one I think you're thinking of.
I thought it was a flower, because I stand next to it, and it, like, lifts you up, and if you're not careful, it crushes you.
Oh. Well, I need to look that up. That might be a flower I don't know anything about. I remember the Thaumcraft levitator, which I used in my Vagram's Chant Season 3 videos as my transportation from floor to floor in that huge tower that I built. But yeah, I can do something like that if I can find something like that. If not, I think Botania has kind of a... I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a railway system, but done with lights. That can go upwards. Because it basically just takes you from node to node as you ride it. So that might be kind of cool.
The only other thing I could think of is you make a vanilla elevator, which is hard, but it'll work.
Well, the other thing I was thinking of is using rails. Because I was thinking about asking you if you could run your rail system through my bottom floor of the office tower section of the factory.
Yeah, I could do that.
And have like a stop there. So that way, that would be the way of getting into the factory instead of taking those stairs up, is just ride your rail.
I can add on to. The only reason I cut it off on that one side is I didn't feel right in intruding into your area without your permission, and you were gone.
Yeah, that's fine. That is perfectly okay. I was thinking about it because since I couldn't do the elevator thing, I was like, I need a way in there. That's better than, stairs. And I think the rail system is pretty tall. It's not that tall, but it's close enough that it could run up there and through that one tower, and then back down. I think that would be kind of cool, actually.
Might have to do a conjoined thing then, so that we're both on at the same time, so we can work it out together.
Yep, we can do that. You said you're going to have more time this summer, right?
After my vacation, I am officially retired, so yes.
Wow. Is that...
The only reason I'm taking this vacation is because you can't leave without using it all up.
Right. That's a long time coming, huh?
Long time coming.
Well,
then I'll be free all the time.
Well, then I'll just tell you when I'm coming on, and you can say, hey, I'll join you, and we can hang out. I'll be like, okay, cool. Because, that's the patron server, so patrons can join me anytime I'm recording. I just don't really announce when I'm recording because I try to schedule things like that, and the way things work at my house, it's really hard for me to schedule things. So I can only do it at like these times of the day, and for scheduling purposes, where I am at the same place at the same time every week. But because, I was telling Phoenix in our recording of Regrowth earlier that it's just, I thought I was going to have more time in the summer, but I don't because everybody's home and saying, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? We need this done. This needs to get done. It's like, okay.
Honeydews are a booger.
It's not even the wife that much. I don't mind when she's telling me to do things to everybody else. It's like, because they're not telling, they're just asking, and they're being polite and everything, but, I don't want to turn them down. And it feels weird that even though I'm trying to turn YouTube, I'm pacing again, even though I'm trying to turn YouTube into a career, or at least part of my career, that it still feels weird to turn family down for doing things whenever the alternative is I'm playing video games. It's hard to go, no, I'm not going to do that for you because I'm currently playing Minecraft. Actually, it's, no, I'm not going to do that for you because I'm currently working, but it doesn't feel like I'm saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This feels too much like play to be work.
Yep. But you're going to probably eventually going to have to set time aside that, hey, guys, during this time, I don't do daddy helpful things. You got to do it during this time.
Yeah, I want to actually set myself up an 8 hour a day, job schedule, Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day. I am doing the things I need to do because I'm gonna focus on the YouTube channel, and I also want to get back to writing and graphics design. Those are the three things, because like Minecraft is one of them. And those are like the three things that whenever I do them, I disappear into them. Where it's hours can pass and I don't realize it. Whether I'm writing, playing Minecraft, or doing graphics design. So I'm actually taking some classes on Illustrator because it is one of the programs I don't know as well. I know Photoshop, but I don't know Illustrator.
Oh, okay.
So I am currently taking classes on that so I can learn Illustrator and do a lot more graphics design.
Well, that'll be cool.
Yep. And then I can set aside, out of the 8 hours, I need to take this much time to do this, and this much time to take care of my YouTube videos, and this much time to do some graphics design for some clients, and this much time to write maybe a short story or something.
Yep, and then the family needs to know that even though you're home, you're at work. Because that's what people that work from home have to do with their families. There's a certain time when they're not available.
Yep. I really want to find a way of doing that wherever we move to, because we still haven't found a place to move to yet. Because here it's really hard to do because, we're about 1,000 square feet. There's not really... my wife has to walk through our room to go to the bathroom and, all these kind of things. So it's really hard to stay, business only for a period of time like that around here, unless I'm by myself. So like when school starts again, sure, I'll be by myself for a while. Well, except for my aunt. She'll be around home. But that's just one person, and that's a little bit easier to handle. She also knows how to take care of herself. She's not one of the ones who says, I need this. Only time she knocks on the door is to let me know it's dinner time.
Well, that's good that she lets you know when it's dinner time. I'd hate to miss dinner.
Yeah. I'm being bad in this episode. Talking is the important part, but I keep pacing.
That's all right.
Really like this though.
Thank you.
And Immersive Engineering makes some really nice blocks.
Oh yeah. Especially if you're building like warehouses and stuff.
Yeah, and anything kind of, I guess, steampunkish or from that era, because even the, having, I happen to like the way the power lines and stuff are done in it, instead of using, cables that take up a single space kind of thing like everything else does, just hanging the wire from one little connector to the next. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that you can ride those wires using their little device that kind of like the ones from which one was it? BioShock Infinite. The video game has the like skyhook thing where you can ride the wires all over the city.
Oh, cool. Like what they tried to do on Kublai Fagrum.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of that yet because his episodes are a whole lot longer and I don't have that kind of time. So I haven't been able to watch the stream archives. So I'm very behind on that. I think I'm gonna start watching them and just watch them in 2x so I can at least get caught up. I watch most of my YouTube videos at 1.25 or 1.5 if the person is a slower talker.
Oh, okay.
Like if you ever watch my videos, you can actually, because of how slow I talk, because I was taught to do so in a lot of my I've had a lot of speech classes and stuff, and then singing lessons, everything else, they all tell you, slow down in your talking. It's like, okay. But, so you can actually watch my videos normally at 2x speed, and you can hear me talk just fine.
I always listen to you at normal speed. I guess I'm a weirdo.
Oh, no, I think a lot of people do that. I don't think it's, especially like when you watch on mobile, I have not found a way of controlling the speed of the video on like the mobile applications. And whenever I'm doing it on the web, I only recently started doing the whole, let's speed it up because I need to, get to doing other things. I want to see the whole video, but, like Vagram is also somebody who's learned to speak slower. So whenever I watch his videos, it's normally 1.5 or 2x. These sandy bricks are a really good color for this. I like it.
Yeah, I was looking at the color palette, and these kind of just blend in with each other. Decided to change up the doorway a bit, so.
I went with that brown concrete in Coop Life because I actually did a lot of Google image searching for factories, and that was kind of the color that most of them tend to become over time. So
All right, what do you think?
I like it. It's very, very cool. And you got the fence in the back and everything that keeps out the lowlifes trying to steal things.
Yeah, back in the day when not everybody was a thief.
Yeah.
Not saying everybody is a thief, but there was a lot less back in the old days, and they were professional about it, so.
Well, yeah, they actually had an honor system in some ways. Yeah.
Do you like how I did the dock ties?
Yes, I think these are very cool. The oak bark walls.
Yeah, it worked out better that way than just having the big oak log sitting there that I had when last time we were on.
Yep. Sorry, I had to mute for a second there. I had to cough.
Yeah, me too. Summer cold.
All right. Yeah, I think that's it, right? This one's done.
This one is done. The next one will be the barge that brings the stuff up the river.
And since you have the storage crates in here, this one's actually kind of already furnished, because this looks like the inside of a warehouse.
Yeah, I figured just adding the crates wasn't really that much furnishing, and it'd look funny without it, so.
And next episode will be what again?
The barge that comes up from the ocean. The ocean's that way. And
Yep.
they come up this canal/river to deliver goods.
Very cool. And this is the dock for that barge.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, I think that will do it for this episode, sir.
Yep. It's
All right.
nice when I have half the building done already.
Well, since you did all the work, you get to come up with that word again for me this episode. I've been making
okay.
I've been making all my guests do that. It's more fun.
Okay.
So thanks in advance for the thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. I've been Saph.
I've been Barlock.
And you've been...
Well, let's put it a little differently. You will be barged in.